man believes in live long and live well. We hear him live on radio every Thursday morning on Light FM with his useful tips and advice on preventive health. He is a consultant at the Pantai Hospital and has been actively involved in the anti-aging and preventive health. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome the President of Malaysian Wellness Society, Dr. Rajbans Singh.
Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Rajban.
Hello. Yep.
How are you?
I am fine. Actually, I'm enjoying the show. Looking at all those healthy mothers is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
That's why the Malaysian Wellness Society got involved with this whole competition. When Sudhir came and told me that, there's such a competition going on, that we're looking at all these ladies who are going to be well and healthy, and that's exactly what our society was all about.
So, wait a minute. How did you associate yourself with such a pageant of this nature?
Because when we started the society about 4 years ago, one of the things that we wanted to teach was that, we are not aging well. The whole world, not only us, all over the world, we are finding that people are going into a lot of metabolic diseases, degenerative diseases, and though we live longer, there's not much quality. There's quantity, but not much quality left, right? So the society was started 4 years ago with this intention to educate the public that health comes from within, and health is your real wealth. And the whole idea of wellness was to go out there and teach people how you can look young, stay young, live long, live well. That is the whole concept. So I think when you look at this pageant and look at what all the ladies say, they have the same message today, to live long, look at preventive health, look at wellness. And that was a message that was coming across from all the contestants. And actually, they actually like our ambassadors for wellness today. Very exciting.
Yeah, well, I came to understand that health assessments were made, were done for the contestants. Can you tell us the idea behind it?
Yeah, I think the thing was when Sudhir asked me was, what can we do to assess? Because a lot of times you're so concerned about external beauty, and we forget that it's internal beauty that's important. Because a car can look very nice and beautiful, it looks great, but if you can't start the car, there's no point, isn't it? Right? And that's the whole idea, because you can look good exteriorly. A lot of people are very focused on aesthetics, but if your internal is not good, one day it will come out and show externally, right? So the whole idea is that, there's certain assessments that we all can do. And I think if you look at some of the things that we did and some of the findings that we got, and this is not only in this contest, everywhere that we go, we do assessments, we find that today people, the thing that you find is that a lot of people today have overweight, their BMI is high, they got too much of body fat, and one of the biggest thing I call is the Middle Earth, the Lord of the Rings, you get a lot of this here, and this is a very bad sign of the way you're aging, right? I tell people if you can pinch here, not a very good thing to happen, right? So, and that's what we find. So if you look at the parameters that we look at, and these are simple things you can do, every one of us can do. You don't have to go and do expensive tests. Just go and get a simple assessment where you can measure your visceral fat, your body fat, your skeletal muscle, and these three will show how you're aging. Blood pressure, blood sugar, and BMI are other simple tests that you can do. And if these are out of the parameters, these are the first early signs of metabolic diseases. And this is what leads to diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, heart disease, strokes, and cancers. And this is the three things that kill most people all over the world today, right? So simple things like this. If your body fat is above the normal, or if your visceral fat is very high, and your skeletal muscle is low, and that's what we found in this assessment that we did out of 172 people, that a lot of them had high body fat, low skeletal muscle, high truncal fat, low skeletal fat, and all the findings were exactly what we expected happening all over Malaysia, right? We are now #1 prevalence for diabetes in the world. Then the government say, no, we're not #1, we're #3. The first two were some islands, Suam or Guam, never heard of, right? So we don't want to be Malaysia Boleh all the time, right? So it is very essential that we start looking at ourselves, because it's no point aging if you're going to age with disease, right? And all our contestants today showed that they are aging very well, and that's what it should happen. Just one word for the guys out there: we are not living as long as the ladies. Right? So we guys should also wake up and maybe have a male contest one day so that we also can also look good and come up here and show ourselves. Right?
That's a very good idea, eh?
Right?
Thank you.
Right? So I think we know the message. You see the findings are there that we are putting on too much of weight in the wrong places. Right? And we have to look at maybe it's our lifestyle, but we have to change and maybe look after ourselves.
Dr. Rajban, you are hilarious. Well, thank you very much for your insightful tips and knowledge on how to stay healthy.
Thank you.
You remind us to take the necessary measures to live well, eat well, and stay young. All right.